For the 5th year running, BMW organized a tour of the finest ski resorts to promote its X Drive four-wheel drive system. Customers and the curious were greeted in this dome-shaped reception area where both the cars and instructors were at their disposal. The ski resort of Courcheval was the first stop on this year's tour. Sun and snow made for ideal conditions to test the X Drive range, beginning with a 2-liter diesel 6-speed version of the all-new X1. It looks more like an elevated estate than a crossover. It sports a long, flat engine cover and a noticeably angled windscreen. The sporty front end adds a touch of charm. From the radiator grille to the rear bumper, the X1 is classic BMW. And it's the same story for the interior, with a fine blend of sobriety and seduction. Ergonomics haven't been forgotten either. And it doesn't take long to find an ideal sitting position. The glass roof provides plenty of light to the interior. The X Drive system's best selling point is its reactivity and capability to vary the power through the wheels in a mere tenth of a second. Theoretically, the distribution is 40% front and 60% rear, but the X Drive can transmit all the power towards the front or the rear, depending on the need for grip. As has become the norm, such a system is associated with electronic driver aids, such as trajectory corrector and anti-skid and, of course, ABS. We couldn't wait to push the DSC to its limits before disabling it. There's plenty of fun as well as a boost of adrenaline. The X1 retains the temperament of a front-wheel drive with nice slides, and when the grip does come back, it's never brutal. The well-known 177 brake horsepower engine lacks a bit of torque when getting back on the gas in the lower revs. And you have to be careful not to get caught out by the ABS, which can be a handful when there is little grip. Most owners of this type of car won't bother to disconnect all the driver aids. In these conditions, having a car doted with excellent handling that's allies performance and comfort is obviously appreciated. The X1 drives flat, and its transmission is also up to the job. The X1 can be had as a 4x2, but to not go for the X Drive system would be a shame.
Yeah.
With the arrival of the latest Audi A8, BMW is expanding its line of X-Drive models, and now it is also available on the 7 Series, which is great news for direct injection V8 with its 406 brake horsepower and 61 kg of torque. Not too shabby for a vehicle weighing in at 2,000 kilos. However, to get a real feel for its potential, French rally driver Alex Bengay showed us just how much it has. On a closed course road, of course. With the driver aids turned off and the gearbox in manual mode, the former WRC driver goes on the offensive. The hardest part is to avoid understeer and keep in mind just how heavy the car really is. Clearly, we are not at Alex's level, but the way this 750 makes you forget its size and just how easy it is to drive is impressive. In a more standard driving style, it can take on the corners and re-accelerate in an ideally quiet and gentle ambiance. With its active suspension and chassis roll under control, those on board are spoiled by its mix of luxury and efficiency. But if you want one, it will set you back a cool €107,000.